If you are currently working as an administrative assistant and you are wondering whether you could move into document control, the answer is yes, very possibly. Administrative experience can give you a strong foundation: organization, accuracy, reliability, follow-up, and experience handling information. But document control is not simply administration under a different job title. Administrative roles primarily support people and activities. Document control is a defined information control function with its own rules, responsibilities, and accountability. As a document controller, you take responsibility for controlling documented information in a structured and traceable way, making sure the right documents are made available to the right people at the right revision and status with the appropriate controls. So, what do you need to focus on if you want to make that transition? First, learn the role, the mission, and the mindset of document control. Document control carries specific responsibilities and accountabilities. Document controllers manage strict processes designed to protect organizations and people from financial, operational, and safety risks. They ensure the compliance, accuracy, and traceability of thousands of documents, preserving a reliable record that needs to remain understandable decades later. Second, learn the language of document control. Terms like revision, status, transmittal, document lifecycle, controlled copy, superseded document are not just technical words. They describe how information is controlled in real working environments. Third, learn how documents are controlled throughout their existence. You need to understand how documents are identified, reviewed, approved, updated, published, superseded, and retained, and how the appropriate controls are applied at each stage. Document control is not simply about handling or filing documents. It is about ensuring that documented information remains controlled, traceable, and reliable throughout its existence. Fourth, understand how document control fits into the wider organization. You need to understand who creates documents, who reviews and approves them, who uses them, and how document control supports that flow of information, including where the document control role starts and where it stops. Fifth, build confidence with traceability. You need to be able to reconstruct the history of a document. What happened to it, when, by whom, under which revision and status, and what evidence supports that history. Good document control means maintaining records and audit trails that make this information clear, reliable, and easy to retrieve. Finally, build document control expertise on top of your existing skills. If you already have strong administrative skills, you are not starting from zero. But you do need to add the specific document control ethics, principles, mindset, and methodology on top of that foundation. That is exactly where structured training can help. If you are making that transition, the Consepsys Certified Document Controller course gives you a structured foundation. The role, the mission, the terminology, the responsibilities, the processes, and the practical logic of document control. The key is not to think, I already handle documents, so I already know document control. The better approach is to ask the question, what do I need to learn to become an accountable and effective document controller? And once you can answer that question, you are much closer to making the transition with confidence.